Okay, so we're going to look at trigonometric equation solving. We have the equation sine x is equal to a half. On the unit circle, what is represented by the sine value?
4.
The y value. Excellent. So let's just draw a little bit of a line here. So if we know that y is equal to a half, we get this line. This line is the line y is equal to a half. This point here on the y-axis is going to be 0, a half. This point here on the perimeter of the circle is going to be cosine of, I've got space for it there. This point here is going to be cosine of phi of x, sorry I called it, cosine of x, comma, a half. This point here on the perimeter is going to be this is going to be minus the cosine of x, comma, a half. So we need to find out what is the value of x. Who can tell me what the value of x is going to be? It's 30. How do you get that?
Well, I'm not 100% sure. I just memorized the special triangles and their sine colors, and I know that sine of 30 is 1/2. But I'm not sure how to do it.
Yeah. So what you're doing is you're saying that you're finding that you know that the sine of 30 degrees is equal to a half. So this implies that x is equal to what? 30. Now we can see in the diagram that that's not the full story. We can see in the diagram that that's not the full story. What's the other solution? No, look at the diagram. So where is the terminal angle that describes this one? Which quadrant? So the terminal side is here. The terminal side is here. This is 30. We've got another solution over here. What is it? How did you get that?
The straight line would be 180.
Yeah, so you said, well, there's another solution, which is 180 minus 30. And that's represented by this terminal side here, and this rotation there from the 180 rotation of the straight line. And this gives us 150 degrees. So this is the rotation here is 150. Like this. Are there any more solutions than these two? Discuss with the person next. Are there any more solutions? Are there any other solutions? Wow. Where is it? Negative 30 is here. Now does that cross the line y equals a half?
Like the side of the
Does that cross the line y equals a half? Or intersect the line y equals a half? It doesn't. So no. That diagram is fully correct. Any solution is visible here. Okay, let's look at the answer here. So let me just go. I did hear a couple of people. They say, well, is it minus 30? Well, minus 30 is clearly this angle down here. Now that point does not intersect the line y equals a half. That point does not intersect the line y equals a half. This is therefore not a solution. So when I'm saying, are there any more solutions? This unit circle diagram is complete. All of the solutions are visible here in the diagram. What are the other solutions? No. The diagram is complete. What are the other solutions? How can we get to this point? We rotate by how much? So any other way we can get there.
Could you say like 390 degrees?
How did you get this number?
That was just a full rotation around, and then because we can rotate.
He's correct. He's saying 390. How is he getting there? He's getting to that point here. He's getting to this point here. How does he get there with 390?
Because the full rotation would be 60 degrees, and then he's adding 13.
Okay, so he's found another solution coming from this one. I'll just put it here for now. 390. Are there any more solutions?
750.
How did you get that one?
So I got 720, which is 2 rotations, and then we have 350.
So 750, which is 2 rotations, 720 plus 30. So can you generalize that? How many rotations can you have? Infinite. Infinite rotations of 360. So how would we write that? Does anyone know?
K plus
No, we can't add infinity.
300 times 360 times.
No, because that's one specific value. It's not multiple values. There's nothing to iterate values in that one. So 360 times something is good. So we've got multiples of 360, but we can't times it by infinity, because that's still just infinity. What could we times it by? I'm going to keep you quiet for a second because I thought you got it. What numbers can I multiply 360 by?
All rational numbers.
He says all possible numbers. Is that true?
So, or
But can I times it by a half?
All integers.
Can I times it by a half?
Yes.
No, that's 180, and that would lead me down here. There are a specific set of numbers I can multiply by. What are they?
I said like n or like the amount of rotations.
So you say n. Why did you choose n as your letter, not a?
It's just how like in middle school I was just like they don't matters as long as it's a
Doesn't matter. N is a specific one. Integers. So can n be negative? If I take 330 degrees, negative 330 degrees, is that a solution?
Yes.
Look at the unit
What
circle.
does EN mean? It means part of all integers.
Fine. Even the
I
regular
don't
ones.
know.
Yeah.
Hey, you just humbled me so hard. I didn't know that you did it. I didn't know this. So I think the E means like part of. Including.
An element of,
Yeah.
not an e.
And the Z. Integers.
Okay. This symbol here,
So there's some graphs.
this symbol here means is an element of the set of. This symbol here means the set of all integers. So n is an integer. We could limit it to positive integers with this symbol, but do we need it? Can minus 330 degrees, where n is equal to 1 in this equation, be a solution? Yeah, because we start here and we go this way around until we land there again. It's all about where you leave the terminal side. So minus 330 will also be a solution. So n can be any integer. All right. Are there more solutions that we're not getting yet? Are there more solutions? Somebody else. Say it.
You can also do negative 360 and then add 30, so it becomes 340.
Yeah, that's what we just did. But we've got an unlimited amount of solutions at this point in the first quadrant, and we've only got one solution in the second quadrant. Could there be more solutions in the second quadrant? 150 plus n 360. Now we have all the solutions. How many solutions do we have? We have an infinite number of solutions. The set of integers is an infinite sized set. There's an infinite number of integers. There's more numbers in the set of real numbers. That's also an infinite number. It's a bigger infinite number than the set of integer numbers, the smaller infinite number. But they're still infinite. Or it goes to infinity slower. There's a better way of saying it. All right. So this is how we can solve this equation. Do another one till it becomes easy. All right. We've got the cosine of x is equal to minus root 2 over 2. So our first question to ask is on the unit circle, is a cosine value, how do we represent a cosine value on, ooh, lots of hands, I like this. Lots of hands, this lady here. It's the x value. So this number here, is it bigger or smaller than a half? Well, sorry, is it bigger or smaller than negative a half? Yeah, it's a little bigger, isn't it? 0.7, minus 0.707, so it's about there. It's about there. What is the equation of this vertical red line I've just drawn? What is the equation of this vertical red line?
Minus.
Wait, Gustav. Wait. What is the equation of this vertical line I've drawn? Gustav, have a go.
Minus root 2 over 2.
That's not an equation.
Oh, no, x equals minus root 2.
That's an equation.
Two.
X equals minus root 2 over 2. That's the equation of this vertical line. The solutions that we want lie where the terminal side intersects that line. Like this. These are our sets of solutions. This point here, P, what is the coordinates of this point P? No, that's over here. So P is negative root 2 over 2. What is the y value at that point? Our best expression on it, remember?
Sin x.
Yeah, we'll call it sin x for now. This is sin x here. So, what are the solutions to this equation? I found, what is the angle of rotation, the first angle of rotation here, the green one? What is the first angle of rotation here? So, give people a time to work this one out. Put your hand up, this is an easy one.
I have to go home and sleep first.
Sophie? Not quite. That's 30 plus 90.
Is it 90 plus 45, so 135?
So we know that the cosine of 135 degrees is equal to minus root 2 over 2. What then is the solution to this equation? Let's just look back at our last one. So we're like that, we're like this, and then we get our solutions. What? From the exact value table. You have to memorize the exact value table. You've got your special right triangles. So you need to memorize, basically you need to memorize the pattern of sin x from 0 to 90. You go 0, half, 1 over root 2, which can be expressed as root 2 over 2, root 3 over 2, and 1.
1 over root 2 is root 2 over 2.
135 plus n times 60.
So x is equal to 135 degrees plus n 360 degrees. That's the complete set at that point P. That's the complete set at that point P. What is the complete set at the other point? What is the complete set at the other point?
215 plus n 360.
215 plus n 360. What else do we need to say here that we've not quite got yet?
X is equal to
Help.
7.
Say it.
So I think it's 225.
Yeah, I think I see that.
Okay, yeah, thanks. 225. Okay. Did I hear Sophie say it? N is what?
An element.
N is a friend of ours? N is a special person? Where N is an element of the set of integers. This is the complete solution. Now, what is x? So I'm going to write an extra question. What is x if n equals -1? What is x if n equals -1? We only have two solutions now at this point. What are they? Work them out. You're just adding numbers together. And to give people a minute, guys, you can keep your hands down. Everybody to work this out. Your pencil should be on your page right now. You should be doing the calculation 135 minus 360 and 225 minus 360. That's pretty obvious. Do the calculations with your pencil and your paper. Because if n is -1, you're taking away 1 log 360. You're rotating backwards 1. If n is -1, you're rotating backwards. Okay.
This. Oh, I had that.
Keep up. Test is over. All right. Let's have some answers. Good step.
So for the x is equal to 135 plus n 360, I mean that one, it's 220, -225.
What is the other solution?
-135.
Okay, look at these two solutions. Can you see them in the one above?
Yeah.
So I really like cosine because we can write cosine in a simpler form than what the answer is. So at the moment, we've got this as our solution. But from our understanding here, look at this one. That's generated by that set. So we don't need to write two equations. We can say the solution is x plus minus 135 degrees plus n 360, where n is an element of the set of integers. With cosine, it's a tidier solution. When we do that, the second solution, every single solution just moves 360 to the left, and we get all of our solutions, and all the same solution. Have a go at this one for yourself or with your partner. If you're not sat next to one of the clever kids, then do it for yourself. Exactly. This topic, you don't understand it straight away. You start to understand. You start to grasp the threads. And the more you play with it, the more your understanding builds. After 3 lessons of this, you might start to understand. It takes a while. You can't expect to understand it. That's all your equation. minus.
I think
So this
one of my
is
exes so well.
this is the same thing, which is y. These ones have the same y coordinate. These ones have the same x. When you do sets of zeros,
I find science so hard. I find it hard.
What's the answer? Let me see your hands up if you got an answer on your paper. I can come and give her a right hand of success, Mark. Okay, you missed your first answer. Wait till you got an answer on your paper before you put your hand up. Hands up if you think you got it right. Can't say it was right. It's good, but it's not If you don't put any units in your answer, the answer is wrong because it's assumed to be in radians, and it's certainly not 120 radians. One more person, right? Okay, good first attempt. Not quite there. This is math. The shorter we can make it, the better. You don't get paid by word count. You get paid by words, not you. When you said what is this? This has to be in degrees. You're missing a whole set of solutions. Otherwise, you're wrong in 3 different ways. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we want to rearrange this and we can we can get that this implies that cosine of x is equal to minus a half. We then need to find a primary angle. We know that the cosine of 60 degrees is equal to a half. This is what we pull up first to help us. And then we do some reflections and rotations. So first up, this is minus a half, and it's cosine. So we get a vertical line. We get x equals minus a half here. So the angle there is, we know, to be 60 degrees. So if we're going 60 back from 180, we're going to get to 120. So we can say that x is equal to plus minus 120 degrees plus n 360, where n is a member of is an element of the set of integers. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Okay, let's try another one. Until I twist it one more time.
Okay.
Wait, no,
That's the one thing I calculated.
it's square root 3 equals 1.
I know, but like, I did it right. I just put it wrong on my calculator.
Focus, focus, focus. Tan of root 3.
I know, I know. It's fine.
Okay, tan of root 3. Tan of 60 is 4.
So,
What is tan though?
wait, I know what it is. So, sine over cos. So, tan.
Why?
How do you know tan?
60.
Do I need my red pen for that?
I hope they should.
Or do I need my red pen of shame?
It is tan solid.
Think about, remember that tan is sine of sine of cos.
Or what's it done in the form of line? Yeah, but I drew it as a diagram.
Okay, wait, so let's put the line.
Okay, let me do it on the board. Let me do it on the board. All right. So Our exact value table tells us that the tangent of what is root 3?
60.
60. So the tangent of 60 is root 3. What else do we know about the tan of x? How can we define it?
Sin x over cosine x.
Sin x over
Cos x
over cosine of x. This number is positive. For this calculation to be positive, the sine of both the sine and cosine must be the same. So here, they're both positive. So we have our first solution here. Here's 60 degrees. And here we have positive sine and positive cosine. But here, the sine is positive, but the cosine is negative. So it would produce, with the same ratio, a negative root 3. Here, in the third quadrant, sine and cosine are both negative. So here, it's going to produce a negative divided by a negative, giving a positive. So your second set of solutions occur here with this rotation of 60 degrees from the 180. Now, if this is 60 degrees from the 180, and this is 60 degrees, then this rotation from here to here is how much?
180.
180. And this rotation from here to here is how much?
180.
So these are 180 degree rotations. So this implies that x is equal to 60 degrees plus n 180. And we can simplify it to this. Okay, so now we should understand the concept of trigonometric equation solving. I've summarized it into some simple formulas. Formulas.
That's simple.
Double.
It is simple. It is.
And let people read it and then I'll answer their questions. Okay, you should be seeing and noticing first the inverse sine trigonometric functions. The inverse trigonometric are correctly called arc sine, arc cosine, arc tan. It's actually arcus sinus, arcus cosinus, and arcus tangents. But arc sine, not sine to the minus 1. That's ambiguous. We don't use that. That's for lower level kids. So firstly, when we're solving one, let me take cosine, it's always easiest. Let me take the cosine one. So if we're given the characteristic equation, cosine of x is equal to some value, the first thing you were doing is you're looking for a theta which from the exact value table. You're taking the arc cosine of whatever your value was from the exact value table, and that would give, let's say it's a half. Let's say a is equal to a half. Your first step is to say, well, that's 60 degrees. How are you doing that? You're doing that by using the arc cosine function, or at least a small part of the arc cosine function that you've memorized from the exact value table. If it's not in the exact value table, you must use a calculator to do that step. You need to use a calculator to do that step. Your calculator will only give you one solution, not all of them. So you need to do the rest after that without a calculator. Once you've got your one solution for cosine, it's plus and minus that solution plus n360. Once you've got that solution for tangent, it's that solution plus n180. Once you've got that solution for sine, it's that solution plus n360, and the second set is 180 minus. This still works when your solution is, when your theta comes out at something like 330. 180 minus 330 will still link you to the right place backwards, and if you want to make it positive, you end up with an answer which is negative. Add 360 to it, it'll bring you back around again. It's fun. So this is how to solve your equations. Take a quick note of this, and we're going to move on and try a question. All right. One last question we'll just do one of these. Let's try this one. A little bit more problem solving. Cos 30 is equal. So the first thing is to do the arc construction on minus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, plus minus. We'll get that.
Just make this into like
We are not going to level of difficulty that AAS. No, we are not. We'll get that. We'll get
If I get the scores and I do it well, because I always understand the information, I'm always
do the homework every week. You don't even necessarily.
and then last year I actually started working, and now my friends are like, starting high 16. Like I got as well, I was destroyed. So I my grade 5. Last year we were probably. I didn't expect to trap because I still was
Okay, let's have a look. We're nearly out of time. So, what we want to do for this one is we'll look at some more of these next time. Our first step is to find, is to do the arc. We need to do the arc cosine function. And we know that the cosine of what is root 3 over 2? 30 degrees. So we start here with the cosine of 30 is root 3 over 2. So then on the unit circle, we draw our line over here because, why do we draw it over here? Because it's negative. This is x equals minus root 3 over 2. Our sets of solutions drawn here are the solutions for 2x. So 2x is equal to this one. So this one is it 150? Yeah, so 2x is equal to 150. So what we get from this now is that 2x equals plus minus 150 degrees plus n 360. We're not home yet. We're not home yet. Let me just check I'm getting this right. Close my eyes. Look at the thing. Yeah, 30 degrees, 150. Yep, I'm good. So what we need to do is we need to find x. That means x is equal to plus minus 75 degrees plus n 180. We have to divide through by 2. Everything. Okay, I'm finishing there at that point because I want to guide you towards the homework. The homework is a bit special this weekend. It's an IXL quiz. You get 1 chance at each question. If you get it wrong, it's wrong. It's out of 25. And the deadline is a hard deadline on Sunday night. Okay? You need to do these 25 questions to the best of your ability.
Yeah, you can all see time, like these 25.
Let's keep forwards and come back. Let's keep forwards and come back. All right, that's it for today. We don't see you again.